before this video begins, I would just like to give a big ol' shout out to GD Myfra. He makes amazing data content that is comparable to that of C's. If you are interested in good videos, go check him out and subscribe while you're there. If you have watched my videos for a while, you may be wondering about the title of this video. I mean, isn't it kind of hypocritical for me to criticize woodkid ripoffs when Zenith and my part in the HJI collab are clearly woodkid ripoffs themselves? Well, let me explain. You got bamboozled. I'm not actually going to put hate on woodkid ripoffs, I'm going to defend them. I know that now this sounds really narcissistic because I have made 2 woodkid ripoffs, but just listen to my explanations, please. So, let's start with some quick history. In the start of 2017, Jacob previewed his best level, Woodkid, which, after C made a video about it, blew up. It immediately started getting people calling it the best level ever, and for a good reason, as it looks amazing. Then, towards the end of 2017, Catharsis, a mega collab by Voltrix and more, became really popular. It was basically woodkid with a space theme and colors, and of course got that reputation of woodkid with colors. Then afterwards, there haven't been that many good or popular woodkid inspired levels, with a few ones here and there, but that's really it for the quick history. I told you it would be quick. Now, I just called Catharsis and others woodkid-inspired levels instead of ripoffs. And this is because that's what they are. They are taking woodkid and adding their own twist on it. The question is this stealing from Jaegers? Well, no, of course it isn't. Catharsis is not taking anything away from woodkid. In fact, it may be actually giving woodkid something, which is more publicity. As long as Catharsis is known as woodkid with colors, then everyone who knows Catharsis will also know woodkid. Also, I even asked Jaegers myself if he's okay with people making woodkid style levels, and he said he found it funny. So there isn't really any legitimate reason to not make woodkid style levels. Now I want to talk about something that I thought of recently. The fact that 9 circles and woodkid are actually pretty similar. Now, before you call me crazy, let me explain. 9 circles was a semi-famous level by Sobros that blew up like hell after a famous person, Alex Payne24, showed it on their channel. Due to its innovative decoration, 9 circles started inspiring levels like it. Woodkid was an unknown level by Jaegers that blew up like hell after 2 famous people, C and $C, showed it on their channels. Due to its innovative decoration, woodkid started to inspire levels like it. See? Those descriptions, while vague, were almost identical. Both 9 circles and woodkid started getting levels that were heavily inspired by them, with just different colors, gameplay, and styles. By the way, now we can see an interesting difference between the 1.9 community and the 2.1 community. Fairy Dust, the first 9 circles inspired level, was first seen by people as a cool, nice version of 9 circles, while Catharsis was seen as a ripoff, even though they have almost the exact same relationship with their mother levels. And this shows a change in attitude by the community. Back in 1.9, inspired levels were seen as just that. Levels that had taken inspiration from other levels to expand on their ideas. Nowadays though, people seem to push for originality, which is not that much of a bad thing, but it can somewhat impact the reputation of a level like Catharsis. If 9 circles inspired levels eventually became known as the 9 circles series, a question arises. Will woodkid levels become known as the woodkid series or something similar to that? I mean, they are already called woodkid levels, so I wouldn't actually be surprised if this was the case. In my opinion, a woodkid series would actually be really cool. But as woodkid style levels take so long to make, this series will take much longer than the 9 Circles series to take off. But still, if it does take off, that's great. That would mean that we will get more amazing, innovative levels in the coming years. So, woodkid ripoffs. They aren't ripoffs, just like Jawbreaker and Fairy Dust aren't ripoffs of 9 Circles. They are levels that take a groundbreaking level and add their own twist on it. So the next time you see a level that you think is a ripoff, hold your comments back. With a simple not thought out comment, you could demoralize a creator from creating amazing levels that don't actually deserve hate. And besides, woodkid levels are far from generic and effortless like most of the rated levels nowadays. So why is the problem? There's nothing wrong with it. Woodkid levels are actually getting rid of the problems that people are saying there are, which are generic levels and CP whoring. But if woodkid levels become the norm, then those two problems fade away. So no, don't hate on woodkid levels, please. Thank you for watching. Go have a carrot now.